What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today on this video, we're going to talk about things I've learned being the finance director of our 7-figure wholesaling company. All right, guys, getting into the video here, what are some things I've learned since taking over the finance department of our wholesaling company? Now, some things here is that, one, you got to do a better job of forecasting and even tracking your expenses, right? So let's just talk about tracking first. Download some apps. Rocket Fuel is one of them that allows you to track reoccurring and subscription expenses. If you can identify those, you'll find a bunch of reoccurring expenses that you don't need, right? You haven't used them in months. You might have bought them, a year ago when the market was great and you were okay spending the extra $300 a month. Now you don't need them. Take those off your list. Another big thing is forecasting, right, guys? I think a lot of us probably do not do this, and I didn't do this for a while until the last 3 or 4 months, is forecasting our expenses out over the next 4 months and even the next year now, right? And showing where is all of our money going? Where do we predict that the most expenses are going to be? In what category? Is it payroll? Is it marketing? Is it all those good things? I usually take marketing out of the expense category because it is a return on investment. It is an investment into your company. So I'm looking usually at payroll, software, any tech that we don't need, right, that goes with the software, or any, recurring subscriptions to, maybe even to some skip tracing softwares, right? That's marketing, but look and see if you can't find a way to get that a little bit cheaper, right? But forecast all that out and be able to see hey, if I hit this revenue goal, where are we at profitability? Because if I know in 3 months, because I already have a good idea, the contracts I'm locking up today are closing in 60 days on average for us because we sell everything on the MLS. So it's about 45 to 60 days. We say 60 days to be safe. So the contracts I'm doing in December, they're paying for my, February. So that's the revenue I'm seeing in February. So if I see now that we, let's just say hypothetically, we get 2 contracts this month, which is again not the case right now. I think we're at 12, halfway through the month. But if we're at 2 of them, then I know that my February is going to be a lot lower. I need to start cutting costs because I know February I'll lose a bunch of money if I don't take that action now in my forecasting, right? So guys, just very important, right? Understand those things. Those are 2 things: forecasting and tracking your expenses. Another thing is going to vendors, and I kind of alluded to this, and start negotiating terms, right? Do 30-day accounts payable in 30 days, right? Give them I forgot the good accounting term for that, but 30 days pay or whatever. Again, I'm going blank right now, where you just pay 30 days after you get invoiced. It allows you to hold more cash on the table, right? And then as well as, I just talked to one of our phone providers and I got a 50% discount on SMS we send out by just talking to the owner and talking to him and saying our situation. And yeah, we're going to buy in bulk, but we're going to spend that money anyway in the first 3 months. So he just saved us 50% next year. And yeah, just sitting down and seeing, have you fired anyone, which a lot of us have, or let go of people and have fired them in the last, 6 months, making sure they're taken off your phone system, taking off your Google Suite account to get emails, taking off, anywhere where there's a recurring subscription to have that person a part of your team. And we did that for our Google, but I looked at our phone system and we were paying this person, to be a part every single month. So we've taken all those out. And, also, as well as, I've already mentioned, pairing up and talking to these organizations that we use their services for, these vendors, negotiating the vendors. Not only have we also taken out stuff that people that left our company, taking their subscriptions off, but negotiating with the vendors, we saved about $4,000 by negotiating with another vendor on phone number prices from $6 to $4. So when we went to reoccur those expenses, it came down to about a $4,000, yearly savings, right? So those are big savings there. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're going through, you're auditing all your expenses, you're looking through them, and try to have someone doing your books every single day. We have a girl in Pakistan. She does accounting for us every day, bookkeeping every day, and I meet with her every day. Now that might be overkill, but right now, the first, during this market, the first 15 minutes of my day, I'm on a call with her just saying, hey, what are we looking like? What's our cash flow looking like in the next 2 weeks? What are we looking like in terms of our profitability this month? Does it fit my projections? Are we in line with my projections? Why is this so much higher? And that's already allowed us to catch a lot of useless expenses and go save those expenses by asking for refunds or saying, hey, why are we charged there? By doing that, it's allowed me to be on top of our finances, and now we know our number. And that's my last thing I'm going to end at. You're the finance director. You should know your profitability number, right? Where do I have to make, how much money do I have to make to be profitable? And you should know that number, and so should your entire directors team, and maybe even some other people on your team should know that number, so they know the goal they're working for. They need to make more than this money. And guess what? They're going to think to themselves, if we don't make more than that, my job's on the line, or someone else on my team's job is on the line. But if they don't know that number, they don't know how to act. They think you're making all this money. Hey, you did 100K, 150K, 200K. They think you're making all that in revenue last month. They think you're making all that money. They don't know how much expenses go into that. And once you can educate them, it's going to open up their mind and seeing that you're taking on a lot of risk, and they want to make sure that you're exceeding over whatever that break-even goal is. So that way they have opportunity in the future. And so it's very important to do that for your guys and your girls on your team. So again, I'm going to break it down. Forecast and also track obviously all expenses and cancel any subscriptions you're not using. 2, negotiate with vendors on prices. Hey, even if I think it's called net payables, but accounts payable 30 days plus, negotiate that at least if you can't get any rates down cheaper. And number 3 is make sure your team knows your break-even number, at least your directors, right? The big people in your company. So that way they know exactly what needs to be done for your company to be a success. They know what needs to be done for your company, to be able to keep growing in this economy. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.